for a second. Telling me I need to sign in. Okay. Okay, cool. We can talk. Awesome. Thanks for joining, everyone, so far. Today we're just going to speak about just anything. Just take some questions, and we'll do some live questions. Just need to test a few things before we get properly underway. Just for now, actually, I'll answer some questions in the chat. Okay. Good day. Thoughts on Darcy McPherson? Let me see if this is right. Okay, that's cool. Thoughts on Darcy McPherson? I've basically always said his role isn't full-time mid, and he plays for Gold Coast. I don't think and not only that, his scoring was against a pathetic Adelaide Crows. And who did he also play? I think it was another crap team. I got my mic in the way of my keyboard. Who was the other crap team he played? Played Adelaide and... Am I blind? And Geelong, Geelong's VFL team. So we only saw him score against the poor Adelaide Crows and Geelong's VFL team. So no for McPherson for me. This is all new for me. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll go through some more questions. Sicily or Rich? Sicily. Thoughts on Zorko or Yo? I don't like Zorko. Just don't. 30 years old or something. Had an injury last year and just probably past his peak. Yo, I think, is an upgrade target. I just think as a starting pick, there's some big dogs that you'd rather have in. But Yo, if you want to pick him, it's fine. I just prefer... I'd pay an extra 30 for Bont. Pay an extra 50 for Dunkley or Cripps or Kelly or something. How big is your hoss? Okay. Thoughts on 16-minute quarters from Sports Reactions? I should have my team up. Hold up. Okay, we'll do like this. Is that better? Oh, it's 30-second delay, whatever. Where was I up to? Thoughts on 16-minute quarters? I mean, my opinion, or I think what will happen, what we don't know, the better players need to be on the ground more so they can win, so teams can win. So I think the big guns get even more time on ground. Does Lachie Neale go from high 80s, 90 to 95? I don't know. Probably the key defenders generally spend high 90s. Maybe they play all game. Ruckman will need to play more. And I'm thinking the worst players played less. So like, your bottom 6 players or something. I'm not exactly sure. So that's my opinion on that. I'm not sure. Could be different from team to team. We really need to see it. And yeah, teams might do things differently. So okay, Brayshaw or Segler? I don't know. I kind of like Segler. Just because he's in a better scoring role. Or Ruckman role. Oh, no, they're about the same. Ruckman and midfield about the same, I suppose. I like Segler's form in the preseason. He scored well. They say he's a favourite down at the club, which is a plus. So, don't mind Segler over Brayshaw. I don't know. It's like 50-50. I don't know if I can answer that. I have both at the moment. I didn't have Brayshaw until the new rule changes came in, where I felt like I needed to stretch out. I cut Whitfield into Brayshaw and Houston and got rid of Lukosius. Okay, well, soon we're going to get Discord calls running up. What am I doing? Okay, we'll try and get to as many questions as we can. Thoughts on Dawson? Well, his assistant coach said Jordan Dawson is Mr. Fix-It, which means he's going to be moved around the ground. So I can't have that. I missed that question before. Sorry, James Larkey. Does 17 rounds and 2 week price range assume that means change, affect guns and rookies. I just think maybe cut one gun into, maybe go one extra mid price. I think that's all I would do. Would you start Nick Nat? No, I don't like this pick. I never will. Seb. No, I don't like him. He just, again, limited preseason again. He probably won't even play 17 games. Doesn't seem like he can put many good games together. I mean, not good games, put many just games together in general before getting injured. So for me, even, in the rucks, I know I have Naismith, but I only need him for so long. So, I mean, would Nick Nat make more money than Naismith if he plays the first 6 games? No, I think Naismith probably would make a bit more. I mean, Nick Nat would score better. I don't know. Not for me. Not for me, Nick Nat. I'd take English before Nick Nat, to be honest, just for durability. And that you might say that the first 3-4 rounds, that's wrong. You look at Nick Nat go, and then boom, Nick Nat's out. So you don't want that. If you did, you probably need to pair him with Segler. Rao, Pickett, Green, Robertson, McHenry, Rivers and T. Brown are the main midfield rookies. McHenry, no, too many injuries in the preseason. Rivers might be a surprise inclusion, but that'd be a bit random. I don't think he played Marsh. And Tyler Brown, I don't know. I need to do more research into this. Is he playing? Is he only in because of Treloar? When does Adams get back? I don't know. Thanks for doing this, mate. Okay. Brayshaw, Segler. If you had 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them, how do you feel you will use 30 trades in 7 rounds? I would save them. Look, 17 rounds, and it might change throughout the season, but as planning for 17 rounds, that means we get 34 trades. We have 30. Save them in the first week. There's no reason to trade in the first week. I mean, unless you feel like you've made a mistake. I've done that before. So, yeah. What was I saying? Usually if I make a mistake in a video, I just cut the video and keep going. I literally forgot what I was saying. I got caught reading the Discord. Oh yeah, Tyler Brown, Adams, Treloar. Was I saying that? I don't know. Dunkley or Fife? I am all about Dunkley. However, I think Fife needs to play more midfield this year because it's 17 rounds and less games. Which is really interesting. I'm so attached to Dunkley, I can't let go. So I'm going to say Dunkley, but Fife is probably the slightly safer bet, if that makes sense. Just because he has a longer history of scoring. But I think Dunkley's had a great preseason, plenty of contested ball in the Marsh. Would you pick McRae or Cripps? Probably McRae. McRae's the king. Brayshaw, Segler. Again, I can't really split that. I don't know. I had Segler before Brayshaw, if that means anything. I've lost track again. We'll do this. So, okay, thoughts on Tim English? Fine pick. I think it's fine. He's due. Everything is pointed towards him increasing his average and should perform above his price point, which is very important this year. What are these questions? Am I gay, George? Do whatever you want. Thoughts on... Segler starts with a C, by the way, Adrian. But yeah, I endorse a Segler pick. Pick, out of the 3, pick 2. Laird, Sicily, Houston. Laird, Sicily. When factoring price, probably Sicily, Houston. Can you make another league? I have another league. I don't know. Maybe. Why do I have this open? Yeah, that's the team right now. I'll go through some changes I might want to make. How are we going for questions? Oh no, I've lost where I'm up to again. How confident are you in Segler? Reasonably. He's playing ruck, man. So it's hard to score bad in that role unless you get hammered every week. And I thought he performed well. I thought he held his own against Gawn. He only had 30 points up against Gawn, but he was getting a few clearances. Players don't win hit outs to advantage against Gawn. It's just how it is. Jack Stephen, no, he's a trap. And that proved true today when he. So I don't think he's playing round 1. Thoughts on Lockie Weller? Oh, what are your opinions on Patrick Wilson? No, I don't think he's. I don't want to doubt the young guy, but what I've seen from him at AFL level is concerning. So no. Thoughts on Lockie Weller? Gold Coast. I think he plays more mid this year. Remember to like the stream. Thank you, Seb. Sweet camper. What do you think Brayshaw will average? Well, I think I would have said flat 90, but I think maybe you can go a bit higher than that. Maybe 94 with the new changes. Naismith F3 or Noble D5. Probably Noble. Smith a good pick. That could be one of many Smiths. I don't know. They're all good picks. Maybe Brody, Bailey. No, I assume you mean Brody or Devon. Probably Brody. Yeah, Brody Smith's fine. I think I'd just the Crows, man. Brody Smith. As much as I love Brody Smith, he's a downhill skier. He struggles against the top dogs sometimes, and against the weak teams, he'll floor them. But I still love him so much because he's one of our best players. So, how much is Clive Rose? Go to hell, Blitz. Are you guys liking the stream? Like, is this good? Am I too pedestrian? We might get to some Samster confirms. What do we know? I don't know. I didn't see anything. We might try and get some live questions going. Who's here? Who is here? Hey boys, you're on the stream. Who wants to do a question? Not Razza, please.
Nah, not me.
No.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Not me.
Just okay. Don't talk. No, I'm just playing. Anno, can you do a question? Start us off, please.
Yeah, Zinger's got one.
Do I? Nah, I think Geno did.
All right, Zinger, you coming on?
Hang on, I've got double up here.
So yeah, if you guys want, join the Discord and you can ask a live question. This is just lately we've been doing Discord chats. People just join. All right, so we're gonna get a question from Zinger. His name used to be Zinger Does Pingers. Welcome to the Discord. Anno.
Oh, what's happening?
How you going, mate? Now you're welcome to stay as long as you want. So yeah, Zinger's. Yeah, when he wants to ask a question, he can. Otherwise, I'll just get back to asking questions.
And just drag whoever you want in.
Yeah.
I think where's Nas? Oh, he's gone.
They were quick to join the voice chat, but they don't want to ask a question. So what do you reckon of the... How do you feel
Go ahead.
Sorry?
I'm keen, mate. I'm keen for footy, so... Yeah, I'm excited. Something to watch tomorrow.
It'd be good if we don't have the back-to-back games. I think, was it Adam Simpson was saying...
Yeah, well, was that fake news or not? Because
I think it was discussed, but like it might be a possibility.
It's just going to be the 4 weeks still at this stage, and then, well, see if we get to that. See how far we get.
Yeah. Zinger, do you want to ask a question? You can
And
say
then,
no if you want. His mic's gone.
Oh, your mic's.
Yeah.
That's good.
How you going, Zinger? Oh, his mic's gone. Fix your mic.
Again. Get Nas in.
Nas.
Is my mic fucking up or
That's good now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good now. Yeah, I saw someone in the Discord. They said something about not picking English because he's going up against Grundy first, and they reckon he might just pull out like a 60 score, and then with the new 2 game price differences, price changes, that Team English could have a big drop. So,
That's amazing. You read my
was it
message,
you?
mate.
Fucking hell.
Um,
Go.
well,
I don't know. The 2 game thing's a bit.
the first. Do we know if the first score is like less effective in the price rolling average?
Yeah, I don't know. It's unconfirmed, isn't it? So
Oh man, that's
we
maybe
need to find
I
that
didn't
out.
actually read the article properly.
It confirmed it's
What
2 game
the-
price change.
I'll copy paste it if you want.
That's right. It's a free one.
Ah, good.
Yeah, so it's usually what the 3 game rolling average. But if it's price changes after 2 games,
Yeah.
is
I
it
don't-
2 game rolling average or what do they change it to? That's a good it's a good question.
I don't know how it works in AFL Fantasy. Is that 1 game price change or 2 game price change? Because
I'm
maybe
not
look
aware.
at the way they do it. Because I'd assume Supercoach, they'd probably just copy the same exact thing.
I think they're every week, to be honest, and they have unlimited trades, so it's a little bit different.
I don't know if it's been said, but they've announced Sam Sturt's gonna debut.
Oh, nice.
The newsbreaker. Here we go.
Oh, Tom Brady.
No, that's good. That's
I
good.
don't like Stur. He's tall. Is he tall forward for Freo? Freo.
He's in
Yeah.
mid-sized, yeah.
No, he's mature age though. I didn't see
How
much of
old
him
is
in
he
the
actually?
preseason. I don't think he did much.
No, I don't even think he played. Did he? In either JLT or Marsh.
I don't think he did actually. I think you're right.
189 centimeters, so he's not like he's not a super tall forward, but the concussions thing too. I don't know. That seemed to affect him a lot last year.
So back to English. I think if you want to pick him, you still can. You just cop the Grundy. I know it's a bit annoying, but I don't know. I think I wouldn't worry about it too much. You just cop the score and move on.
Yeah, I think his scoring will be fine. Other than that Grundy hiccup.
As you might put a respectable 80 or 90 or something.
Yeah, you never know.
Few goals.
All right, I'll dip out and let someone else take the
Excellent
reins.
work, Zinger.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Alright.
Always nice.
Always welcome.
Catch ya.
Alright, who wants to ask another question? Sam. I don't know who Sam is. He's deafened. Is that a bad thing? We can go through some of these questions on the stream. I keep pulling up the wrong thingo.
I think Nas is good to go.
Okay, bring Nas on.
Nas.
Hey, what's up,
Let's
boys?
get in. What's going on?
So my question is, are you considering
Are you mic
dropping?
working?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
working.
Should be. So my question is, are you considering dropping both Gorn and Witt, or just one?
Enno, do you want to go first?
I didn't hear it. Something's wrong with me, so you answer.
He said, would you drop? Is it worth dropping both Whitfield and Gorn? Like, is that okay?
I would do one. I think you view the same. I think, or you've got both, haven't you?
I don't have either.
Yeah.
I'm a bit
I'm still
worried.
going Gone.
Yeah, same.
I just like the money saved with Naismith at the moment. Obviously, it could go very badly. If we get a lot of good rookies, I might actually put Gorn back in, because that means I can drop a few expensive rookies. I think it's okay, to be honest, just because there's so many. Look, you still got Grundy, your captain option. You still got at least 4 or 5 midfield options who should be captains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorn's going to be 700k. With Whitfield, if you're not dropping Whitfield, then you're probably dropping a 600k mid, so it kind of cancels out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it. I think it's okay. I mean, there's going to be plays that get out of control, and that's pretty much it. It's just who you hope for the best.
Yeah.
much.
Alright. Cheers, boys.
Excellent work, Nas.
Thank you.
Okay, we can answer some of the questions on stream. You know, they're saying you're a bit loud. Okay, we can answer some questions. I've lost where I'm up to. Thoughts on Rosie? Did I answer that before? Probably better options, to be honest. I mean, he's sky's the limit with Rosie, but okay, I just realized my camera was messed up. Rosie, yeah, fine. No, Rosie, no, probably too much forward. So no to Rosie for me. English or Jacobs? English. Natanui with new rules? Nah, too injury prone. Houston or Weller? Houston. Eon says Fife or Kelly. Oh, you'd have to say Fife, wouldn't you? But I don't know. I think I'm starting to cool on Josh Kelly. Just, you know, you see players get injured and you realise, you know, these are players that have had a history of being injured. I'm going Kelly, but Fife is fine. Jack Stephen to Tom Lynch or Brayshaw. Lynch. With Tom Lynch, you gotta be patient. How's his camera? I think it's a bit messed up. Is that fine? Okay, that should be fine. Sorry, this stream's still kind of figuring out, just learning as we go, as we stream. With Lynch, you got to be patient, just because Lynch is a key forward, pretty much, and he's gonna look really bad. It's like, why did I get this guy? And the next week he might kick 6 goals or 5 goals. So,
Agreed.
thank you, Zinger. You
I
can
don't know
chime
how
in
I
if you
got
want.
back in here, but yeah. I like the Lynch pick, pretty much for the same reasons that you just outlined, really. 388k is way too low for a guy like him, and I think you just got to start him, take the hit if he doesn't do well, and yeah, just hope for the best.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess.
usually one to jump off players if they start really badly. But I'll have a reason for that. But Lynch is one that I won't jump off because I know he might look bad, but we know what he can do. We saw it in March 2. We saw it in the second half of last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably hold your premiums unless you have a really good reason. You know, if they're, don't know if they're injured or not. Isaac Heaney. Other than that, I don't know why I brought that up, but yeah, hold Lynch if you go with him.
Yeah, I think we saw it last year with Jeremy Cameron. Even though he had a pretty sharp drop off towards the back end of the season, he still averaged a respectable 92. And I guess that's probably best case scenario we're hoping for with Lynch. You know,
I think Lynch can do a little bit better. And remember, Cameron had a
Yeah.
bung shoulder the whole year.
yeah, true. I honestly think if I don't keep Lynch, I'm hoping he gets to 500k or more, so that I can drop him for someone else. Like
Really? I would hold him.
yeah. Honestly, only if he starts to fall off, or I think he's not going to hold up to the rest of the season.
I don't think we have the trades to do that, to be honest. I mean, which we might. No,
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that. I mean, if he gets to 550 or something, and you want to do a cash grab, I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty much it. If he
You guys
gets
hear me?
to the maximum, yep. If he gets to the maximum that I think he's going to be for the rest of the season, then maybe. But even then, I want to keep him.
What was interesting, I think it was on Big Footy, someone traded out Neil when he was 700 last year. And Neil went down the next 5 or 6 weeks. He went down to like 580.
And then they traded him back in, or they
Probably.
just yeah.
I mean, it's something I think hasn't really been evaluated properly. So I don't know if it's a good play or not. If you save heaps of trades and you nail your rookies because really, say you need to do 9 upgrades, that's what, 1 up, 1 down. That's 18 trades, so you got 12 left. And then maybe injuries and random stuff happens. Maybe you need to get players really expensive, throw in another trade. Allow 7-8 trades for that. You still got, what, 4 trades left? So,
Yeah.
I'm almost being conservative there.
We might even be more trigger happy with our trading of rookies just because of the 2-game price rises. Like, for a guy like, say, Tom Green, whose job security is shaky at best, depending on what happens, or even Devin Robertson, they could have a big price rise and we just bump them after 3 games, And we do that with a few of our rookies, just because it's so dire at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we might get a few pop up.
Yeah, I'm hoping we do.
I've never seen this KN Apple guy, but we'll give him a shot asking a question.
Quickly, George, someone tweeted, or to Tim Mitchell, are you able to confirm the price change after the second game? We'll still be using the 3-game average, similar to the BBL formula. Then he tagged some Pete Jank guy from Virtual Sports, and he said at this stage, yes, along those lines.
Oh, that's good. He's like really good at like IT stuff. That's what I heard. That guy.
Pete guy,
was
yeah.
The, tweeter? Just quickly.
Just look for Virtual Sports on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pete Jank, Pete, then Jank,
Pete Jank, yep.
and just look at his tweets, maybe.
Okay, we're gonna give this Apple guy a shot.
Alright. In he goes.
Never seen him before. We're getting a few new people in the Discord. No, just
From
him.
the stream.
Yo,
How you going, mate?
Right.
hey, I've got a question about Martin and Whitfield.
Yep.
So I'm thinking of dropping one of them to get a bit of extra cash for Houston.
Yeah.
If so, who would I drop? And do you think it's a good idea to drop any of them?
I'll start this. Well, I'm not sure how well Whitfield does, because without his injuries, he would average like 115.
Yep.
I think it's probably safer to drop Dustin Martin. But it also depends what you do with that 60k. Just because Dustin Martin, I said it in videos, doesn't tackle, he's not going to hit 110. I'm pretty certain. And, he might spend like 60% of his time forward, which he'll still score well in. So I think you're safer dropping Martin. But yeah, it depends what you do with the 60k. You boys want to chime in?
I'm the same. It's the 60k. Depends what you do with that. I'm leaning towards dropping Whitfield just to use that at 60k. But yeah, it's whichever one you go without, it's going to start the season with a bang. But yeah, at this stage, I've taken Whitfield out, but it's really making me nervous not starting both. I've had both all pre-season, really.
I'm going without Whitfield, I think. Just so I could get an extra mid-price in.
Right, thank you.
Appreciate your question.
Thanks, mate.
Zinger just disappeared.
He went out, yeah.
Sounds like a true radio call. Doing my radio auditions. Send to them when I apply.
It's funny. I'll go see if anyone else got a question. You keep
That would be great. Tom Mitchell or Josh Kelly? Oh my god. I think Mitchell's more relevant now. This is... I don't know if I should put Mitchell in at the last minute. Telly Tub Hawthorne asked this. This is such a difficult question. Who do you have at the moment out of Mitchell and Kelly?
to me.
Yeah.
I got Kelly, but Titch, oh man, he's tempting, isn't he, with the shortened games?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm committed to Kelly for like 4 months.
I know, that's it.
I don't think I should do it now.
We've sung his praises for ages, so.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you tempted by Cogs at all?
Nah.
For value? No.
Back at that 8 game stretch.
You had him last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't. He looked. Remember in the preseason, he looked like he was gonna be the best player in the competition. You know, his coaches like Matthew Nix. I think that was when he was at. Was he at Giants? I don't know. one of his assistant coaches, I can't remember who it was exactly, they were like, I've never in my career, this guy's like 40, 50 years old, never in my life of football seen a player who trains as hard and as well as Stephen Cornelio. And I'm like, oh God, I'm getting sucked into this. And you saw he scored 150 in the preseason, and then same thing happened. Bad disposal, up and down, disappearing after the first quarter. I don't know if that changes this year. Not for me, for Cornelio. And again, more forward time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's one of the red flags. The forward time.
Sam's got a question, so I'll bring him in.
Get him in.
Sam, you're on, mate.
Yeah. Hey, lads.
How you going, mate? Fire away.
Yeah. My question is just based on Grundy and Gawn. Obviously, you have Grundy as your ruck one.
Yep.
Do you risk not having Gawn and taking somewhere else and using the money, as you said, like a Naismith or someone?
If you want, I think it's with the new rules. I think it's better. I mean, there's more of an argument to it. Again, for me, the reason why is because I'm trying to find a rookie elsewhere I can field, and I can't find one right now. So that's why I have someone playing at R2, and then I can also have someone playing elsewhere. Whereas if I have Gawn at R2, I'm struggling to find someone else. So there's that reason, and there's also, Naismith is a 250. He should make money. He beat Jacobs in the Marsh series and did okay against Goldstein. Kind of drifted out a little bit, but I think you can, because you still got Grundy and your mids as your captain options. Gawn is still a perfectly fine selection. So, and not only that, is when you're trying to get to max Gawn, your player with the new rules, your player is going to get cash faster, so you're going to be able to get to Gawn a little bit quicker as well.
And based on you wouldn't think Gawn would hold his $700,000 price tag, but anyway.
He actually could. I haven't checked the numbers, but I think he's like between 630 and 700.
Yeah. I had another question, but it was a really quick one though.
Go ahead.
If you had to pick 4 of the premium midfielders out of Neil, Cripps, Dangerfield, Fife, and McRae, which one would you pick?
That drop, not start one.
I'd drop Danger for sure.
Yeah, that's who I dropped too.
I just think he's
being
about to be 30, and
it's going to be tough for him.
He's full of shit. So,
Darcy Cameron, yes or no? I'm not liking it. I've seen it.
I think he's going to play.
I've seen it written as a loophole with the Comden bloke.
Well, if he's playing forward. Look, we get Darcy Cameron if Grundy goes down. That's an easy cover, and that's why you go DPP in the rucks. It is your R3.
I'm just looking for my last 2 mid rookies.
Yeah, might have to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah,
see who comes up.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, lads.
Appreciate your question, Sam.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.
Okay, we can get to more of these questions. Will you do a team reveal before tomorrow night? It's right here. On screen. It's all good. Can I put one of Whitford or Martin out to make cash for Houston? My brain is gassing out. I'm struggling to read. Yeah, that's the guy that must have asked that question. Taking out Martin or Whitfield to put in Houston. Yeah, you can. Danger and Fife or Neil and McRae. Neil and McRae, easy question. Heaney and Kelly. Heaney or Kelly? Oh, for God's sake. What about Isaac Cummings? I think he's going to play, but if he gets named to the line alongside Zach Williams, I think you can pick him. If he's not, then I don't think you do. Too much risk.
I think the biggest worry with him too is the Ash and Cummings issue.
Ash ain't playing. Otherwise, he would have got named with Green today.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they would have.
Jackson Haley. I endorse Jackson Haley. Is Whitfield still a must-have? No, but it's probably a good idea to get him, even though I don't have him. Noble or Zerk? I don't know. Probably Noble, just because Zerk might lose his spot to Hooker or Ambrose, but I don't think that'll happen.
I prefer Noble.
He might lose it to Ambrose in like week 6, but from what I've read, he's actually like been better than Francis. Well,
We
that's
talked about this. If the season gets suspended after 2-3 rounds, say,
Yeah,
it's going to give these injured guys like Ambrose and Hooley, for instance. If you're thinking about short, it's going to give these guys a chance to recover, and then they're going to be fit when the AFL comes
Yeah.
back in 2 months' time.
maybe Supercoach give us like 2 trades every time we get a month lockout.
Yeah, it's going to be weird.
Be fair. Deji's got a question. Oh, please.
Oh, it's risky. We'll give
Nah,
a chance.
he's good. We love Deji.
Get him.
Uh,
Oh, he's already a stream caller. What's good, Deji?
Oh, what's up? What's up, George? What's up, Anna? How are ya?
Subscribe
What's
to
up, mate?
Supercoach Deji on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers for the plug. All right, so my question was, out of the big five, so I'm pretty sure you got the big five in your midfield: McRae, Neil, Jally, Cripps, and Dunkley. Which one would you drop? Like, say, just downgrade to like maybe like a Oliver, like a Bond, just for extra funds.
Which one?
Oh, this. I've had like months to decide this, and I still haven't figured it out. But I wouldn't. I'm set on Neil and Dunkley, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
McRae, the only reason why you drop him is because he's more expensive.
Yeah.
Oops.
Cripps, I think the new rules help him. He'll be less battered up, like less.
Yeah, I think
knocked
this
up.
is built for him.
And then so that leaves Josh Kelly. So I think
I don't know. It just does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
So I'd almost, and Cripps' ownership's so high, it's gonna sting if he gets to 700k like last year.
Yeah.
So I think it's out of Kelly and McRae. I think I'm gonna say Kelly.
And who would you get? Like just
Bont.
We
say
go down
anyone
to
anyone under Teacher's price, so Teach and under. Who would you get?
Bont.
it's just
Bont
under.
or,
Yeah.
Bont or Titch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been running it through my brain, thinking about instead of going Dunkley, going Bont and Purley instead. And I keep thinking about it. I'm looking at it, and it almost makes my team look better in my mind. But
You say
I love Josh.
Yeah. Oh, I've committed
But
to
would-
Dunkley. There's no way I'm taking him out.
But would you have like all three in your team with the new rules?
Yeah.
I think you can.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, there's going to be heaps of scaling, I reckon, after game. Or they're going to get extra points or something like that. I'm not sure.
Until they announce that they're going to reduce the amount of points per game from 3,300, which I doubt they will at this point. It'll be
No.
way
Yeah.
too last.
Yeah, no, I don't think they
Like,
can.
it could be viable. I think it could be viable to have all three.
Hmm.
Let me just get a tweet up.
Alright. Thanks, Deji. If you got another question,
Yeah, cheers.
Good.
All right, see ya.
always welcome.
Mate,
Um,
you don't have to make a roll, George. You can just drag him in if you want someone in.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then you can just drag him out.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel like I just want to cut someone off, like on the radio.
Yeah, like when they just ramble.
When I called AFL Trade Radio, they didn't give me a chance to reply. They just let me ask my question, and then they cut me straight away, and then they asked the question. I was like, "Yo, this? Isn't talk back. This is talk once." If that makes sense.
No, yeah.
I think we'll go through a few questions, and we'll check Discord. Laird and Canelio, sure. I'm not the biggest fan of Canelio, but he's more relevant with the new rules. Should I cut Gorn or Whitfield to upgrade rookies? I don't know. Probably cut Whitfield. Why did you get rid of Whit? Just for team balance. Just because if I'm not dropping Whit, I have to drop one of my 5 midfielders, and I really want to keep these 5 midfielders. And Whitfield, look, he looks fine. He's ready to go, but he did miss 2 months of preseason or full trainings. Petrarca or Doherty? Doherty. You still there, no? Would you drop
Mate.
Petrarca or Doherty? Doc, right?
Both. It's a tough. Probably Doc. Yeah, probably Doc. And they both got the role, so that's why I've got both.
And they can play Doherty for more minutes now.
That's true.
What's the importance of?
This guy, I was trying to find the tweet. Sorry, mate, because Tim Michelle said something about check. Someone asked like, how's this going to affect scores? And he said, here it is. He's like, look at AFLW for a guide. I didn't play AFLW fantasy, but he said, look at that for a guide. There will be some big scores. I remember I saw flash across the screen. I think one game I was watching a month ago, and I think pretty sure some girl double tonned or something. So,
oh really?
It's shorter game. Things going to be weird because like say people are on 70 or 80 at the end of the game, and there's 2,600 total Supercoach points, and we know they got to get it to 3,300. How's that going to work? There's going to be a lot of points to go around.
What is the AFLW fantasy, actually?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it AFLW fantasy or what?
I have no idea. But he did tweet that.
I wish we had more info on it.
Yeah, we're going in blind here tomorrow night, and we'll just see what happens.
I can't wait, but...
Yeah, it's going to be so interesting.
Oh, there's my music. What am I doing? This and...
Oh, a bit late.
Okay, we're back. Lukosius. Only if it really fits the structure and there's nobody else. Avoid him if you can, probably. His role is perfect. But he's very young. He plays for Gold Coast.
And did he play a lot of that role? Has he played a lot in that role in his life?
He started forward last year and
a little bit
more.
Yeah, but...
And there's a role change every now and then. So I think you can if you want, but avoid it if you can. Only if it fits the structure. Bark Sandwich, does the 16-minute quarters change the premiums we pick? Would you pick more impact players such as Danger? That's a good question. I just think it makes the guns better. So, which I've already had in my team. So yeah,
I agree with that. That's exactly what I thought as soon as that news came out.
But you still need to find a balance, though. You can't pick all the guns because then the rest of your team's screwed.
Yeah, of course.
What high scorers should be considered now the shorter quarters? Now the shorter. Okay, the question didn't make sense. That's fine. I think the most relevant one is Tom Mitchell. He's the main one. So yeah, I think if you've been umming and ahhing about Titch, I think you can chuck him in now. Thoughts on Nat Nui? I don't like Nat Nui. He's too injury prone, even with 17 games in shortened quarters. Are you the same, Menno, or different?
I've thought about it more now, but it's like I said before. If the season gets stopped at any one point, and we have to get to playing games in quick succession, he's completely out of it. Then he's not going to be able to do that. He'll get rested.
There's a case for a lot of players though, but he's more likely to miss.
But he more so, other blokes will be able to back it up better. I don't see Grundy missing a game, even if we have to play 5 games in 3 weeks. I still can see him getting up every game, whereas someone like Nick Nat, probably not. You just don't know that's not what it's going to be right now, but that could definitely happen for footy in a couple of months.
Let's get Davey in this.
Who knows? Yeah, is he on?
Davey, you're in. Feel free to say anything you want. Oh, his mic's muted.
Hello,
boys.
Sorry, I was just trying to turn off the stream because you were talking to me twice at once, and that's bloody hard to listen to. What's going on? I'm sorry I haven't been around. I just realised now that the live stream was happening. What have been the tricky questions? What have we figured out?
We're just talking about the shorter games. Are we considering Nick Nat and Tom Mitchell more?
Oh, Tom Mitchell is already in, and I think it helps people like the tracker as well. Some of these younger guys that may not have the tank. I think it might help someone like Naismith too, that's coming back off injury and may have only struggled to get about 75, 80%. Someone like Nick Nack, it does make sense it would help. But what I'm thinking is that the reason why they're shortening them is so they can maybe like do more 4 and 5 game turnarounds
Later on.
and that means Nick Nat's going to miss, right? Like there's no way he's going to be able to back those. So I think like any benefit you get early on is going to be wiped out long run, and he still makes him too risky to pick.
You're betting against when the season's going to stop. How long we're going to get in until that happens.
Yeah, do we think it helps Dusty? Because he can rest forward, right? But if it's shorter games, does he need to rest forward as much, especially if the game's on the line?
I don't know. It's so tough.
He's
I'll start him.
Looks like I don't know if it definitely affects him more. I think there's others it affects more.
Like who?
Doherty.
Affects him positively.
Players that they want to put more minutes into, but they can't because of whatever reason, because of their tank or whatever.
Yeah. Do you reckon we'll see more teams running with just one ruck? Because with shorter games, the rotation needed isn't as high.
Fuck.
Everyone except Nat Nui.
Yeah. Like Nick Nat's
He'll
still
have
the same.
to. That's a great point.
I saw Richmond still named Nank and Soldo, but could you see them go back to one?
It is 4 minutes a quarter. Still 16 and time on, so obviously.
Yeah, it's not huge. It's not even a 20% reduction.
What is it? Is it? I was about to say it's 20%, isn't it? So.
Oh, not once you factor time on in.
Yeah, good point.
But yeah, effectively it's about 20%.
Okay, we're gonna take another question from Kanapple. Or Napple, whatever.
Yeah, it'll be Napple.
Knucklehead. Napple, you are in. When you're ready, fire away. I think you're muted though.
Oh yeah, he'd be muted for the so he doesn't hear both streams at once.
Oh, it's a delay, so he'll hear it soon. But yeah, when you hear this, go ahead.
Fuck.
Getting on the fly, George.
Here he comes.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't deafened. Oops.
Oh, good man. Go. You had a question about the back line.
So think that we can have Laird. Do you think it's good to have Laird, Sicily, Doherty, and Houston?
Can you have all of them? Is that what you're saying?
All of them?
Yeah, but no. What I'm saying is Houston in the midfield.
Yeah, if it fits the structure, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think, boys?
Are you running someone like Starkovich then? Starkers?
Yeah, on my Zerk, Thatcher, Noble, and Robertson.
And is Houston sitting at your M5 or M6?
M5.
I'd rather just run a straight fifth mid and load up the back line. I'm still not sure that I'll be playing Noble, but I don't think it's the end of the world if you start like that. I prefer not to though. Everyone else?
I think a few people were toying with that idea earlier in the preseason. I rate it. I think it's fine. It just depends what the rest of your structure looks like. Like if you've got those guys like Robin, Noble, Berserker. Yeah.
No, I agree. I wouldn't do it, but I don't hate it.
Yeah. I see why people are doing it, I guess.
I'm still positive enough that we're going to have enough backline rookies that you don't need to start Noble, which means you just kick Houston down back. But we'll see how if that plays out or not.
Thank you.
That's alright. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I think you can if you want. Just as
a side note, I've been going through these AFLW fantasy scores. I've got them up on the Footy Info app, and I don't know what Tim Mitchell's talking about, to be honest. There's, in all of these matches almost, there's only one player who goes over 100 in every match.
Okay, it must be just a coach, not the season.
Yeah.
Sure.
You'd find it.
George, did you right click on my name? I'm pretty sure.
Okay, cool. Found it. Oh, that's too late. No one can hear you. Say something, Davey.
I did actually do that before. I reduced it to 80%.
I've got him on 76%. He's perfect.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diamond. Diamond wants to ask a question for sure. Okay, we can go through some of these. Sorry if I've missed any.
George I'll away. Previously you were toying with mid-price sticks like Haley or a Narc, or actually I think you just looking. But it seems to be wise of the case. You're just not bullish on these guys. Doesn't fit structure. You don't think like a mid-price mid is a good pick. What is it?
Is in like which mid? Sorry, I'm just reading the Discord. Do you mean like which mid-pricer to consider the most?
No. So the question was, you previously had toyed with Hately at M6, so like a mid-price midfield, but it's been dropped from your team. Is that because you think it's bad with the current changes? It doesn't fit your structure, or you just don't like Hately or Narkle?
It just didn't. No, I don't like Narkle. I like Hately. It didn't fit the structure. It didn't fit the structure. That's pretty much it. And it means I got rid of Robertson, and it depends on which other rookies I have on field. And for me, I think Rao and Green you field, right? And Pickett you probably field, because everyone else is going to be fielding him, and you're all going to cop it together if he scores bad. So, and if he scores good, which he can because he's got the role.
Yeah, I think like I was considering a mid-price M6. Like if I had the cash and Green wasn't named, but now that Green's named, it seems like it would be silly to run more than 5 mids.
Griffey has a question. Griffey, you're in.
Oh, g'day boys. How's it going?
How you going, man?
Fan?
I'm just wondering, so with the shortened quarters, what type of players do you reckon we should be like targeting now? Like, should we be going for contested players who might not have as much time on ground usually, but might get some more now, or is your thinking not really changing?
I'm just thinking the players that are likely to have an increased percentage in time on ground, and that's the players who are the best players in the competition, who you want on the ground more, and players who they want to put more, who they want to play more on the field, but they can't for a reason. Maybe they're coming off an injury, maybe their tank's not that great. So, you know, guys, you're like Andy Brayshaw, he might, you know, his time on ground was mostly in the 70s this year. In the Marsh, it looked like he could do 80%. Maybe that goes even higher. They clearly want him in there as much as possible. So, I'm not sure if it's just the contested players, but more or less the players that are... it would make sense for them to get more time on ground. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What about the players who have like usually have super high time on ground? Like, should we...
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Be off them a little bit? Like...
So like Lockie Neal usually has like high 80s, 90 time on ground. Does he stay at that? Or does he go to like 95?
Yeah, that's what... Because everyone's saying he's a good captain option this week, but... Like...
I wish I could answer that. What do you boys reckon?
So
Lockie Neal, would Lockie Neal go from 90 to 95%, or would he stay the same? Time on ground.
Or I think it'll be similar.
Yeah, you
like
might
for
see
16 minutes. They only need one rest a quarter. You know what I mean? Instead of 2, they probably usually get. No.
And players like who are known for like their fitness and can like just outrun their opponent because they're so much fitter. Like, is that not as good of a attribute anymore? Like, does that not matter as much anymore?
I reckon a little bit, definitely. Like, it's probably advantage Carlton tomorrow, to be honest, against us. You know, if you were looking for a team versus team sort of look at it, like, we usually run teams over in the last quarter. That might not really be an advantage anymore.
Okay, thanks, Griff.
Cheers, boys.
We'll get Deji in. Deji, you're in. Fire away.
Microphone, Deji.
He's out.
Nope.
Okay, we can go through some of these questions.
Read some out.
Kaz is trolling. If you don't have Darcy Parish, you are doing Supercoach wrong. Probably not. It looks like he's going to get too much forward time. Looks like McGrath's taking his spot in the midfield. Starcevic won't play round 1. That's what Robbo said from Sports Reactions.
Wait, really?
That would be bad, but I can't. We don't really know that. Oh, that's what Robbo. I think he means Mitch Robinson.
Really?
Oh, that's not good.
When did
Robbo might be streaming.
Oh, fuck. Let me check Twitch.
Yeah, that'd be good. I was like thinking Mark Robinson. Like, what would Mark Robinson know?
Yeah, he's
about
streaming
that?
Counter Strike right now.
Actually.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh no.
So basically, that means for me, we'll do a live change here on the stream. We'll get Max King back, and that means Tyler Brown via Buderick just takes his spot. I mean, if you had him in the defense, it's probably going to be a bit harder, but we'll do that.
So is Brown a good rookie pick? So
We don't
I was
know.
thinking like he's sitting in there for like Adams and Trawler both have to come back in. Like he seems like a perfect type of trap rookie where he plays 1 or 2 games. And we
Yeah,
never see him
it
again.
feels like that. Do you know when Adams is coming back?
I thought it was meant to be in the first 4 to 6 rounds, and if we get 1 or 2 games and then break, then yeah.
That's
Game
the
over.
case with a lot of them though. So who the hell are we going to start?
I'm not starting Sturt. I'm already hesitant to start 3 of these forward rookies.
I really like King now just because the job security's there.
Yeah.
Like no one's going to knock him out.
Yeah.
Rankin's the same, and then
They need
Taylor's
They
the
need to
third
pump
one.
games into him. They need to play youth.
Adams is listed as available, and Trelaw 1 to 2.
Really? So if maybe he gets named alongside Adams. I think Tyler Brown. This is something we have to look at when teams are named, just to see if Adams is named. I'd be surprised if he is. Isaac Cumming versus Robertson. I think Robertson has the job security, and Cummings. We don't really know how he goes with Zach Williams in the side. I mean, I think Cummings is probably going to score more, actually. I'm not sure. The thing with Robertson, though, he hadn't played in 2 years. That was his first actual game in the March 2, so I expect him to get a bit better. And definitely the new rules help him, because they'd want Robertson on the ground more. How do I get into the Discord? You know what? We should have put the Discord link somewhere in the past hour and a half.
Just put in the chat.
Yeah.
I just clipped what Mitch Robbo said.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I asked him a question.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
What did he
I
say?
wanna see what he said.
I can't believe I forgot to put the Discord link in.
Mate.
Are you excited for Katy Perry's new album? No.
Why do you answer those questions?
Six premium
He
mid
read it wrong.
Dan.
He just said he wants to join the Supercoach podcast.
Robbo.
He thought that's what I said. Yeah, he thought that I said we're doing a Supercoach podcast. Do you want to come on for a few minutes? And he was like, "Yeah, I could do that."
Get him in.
Let's get Robbo on.
Fuck, I know.
He said he hates Supercoach the other day. He's like, I'm doing AFL fantasy.
He only plays fantasy, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe that's why he didn't reply properly.
Chuck him the link.
Or Supercoach.
Dude, Robbo he does everything. Gamer,
Yeah. Good man.
podcast, footy player, kids, wife. I can't believe that. I can barely go to work. Noble.
Yeah, so I've been looking through some players that had like low time on ground last year. Andrew Brayshaw's one, 71%. I saw Darcy Parish had 73%. I think Zach Merritt was another one where he was like 77%. These are all like, yeah, there's a fair few that are under 80% last year that maybe all benefit from shorter quarters. Jaden Short, 74%. Hugh Greenwood, 72%. Actually, Greenwood's a really interesting one now, right? Like, we really got to think about Greenwood now because the biggest knock on him has always been whether or not he run out games.
As I said in our podcast, you know, his life is set up now. I don't know the guy's mentality, but it's like, I just think about Malcheski when he got that 3-year deal. He pretty much didn't try as hard, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and like that's definitely the risk, but like I think there's a fair bit of upside there. Matt Crouch, 75% game time. Wingard, 75% game time.
Because they're like the really important players. They need those players on the field more. If Young gets named, will you start? No blitz. Too many injuries in the... Well, yeah, just his quad scared me off him, and I don't think he plays anyway. Is Gorn a must start? No, probably not. Depends on if we need... Depends on if you want to take the Naismith risk, and I think most people are not picking Naismith. Let me check his ownership. I wouldn't call Gorn a must start, because if Naismith holds his end of the bargain, averages 75-80, then it's fine. Probably you want 80 actually. And again,
on Young, George, if he plays, you don't know how many games are really going to in. If he actually plays, then with the game stopping at some point, he might be.
Are you picking Young over Robertson, Noble, or Zerk Thatcher?
Zerk Thatcher, definitely.
Yeah.
Who?
Hayden Young.
I
checked his listed at like 4 to 5 weeks, so.
I think I'd start him over Noble.
Interesting. I'm trading Tom Lynch Part 3 off Diamond.
So Josh Kelly,
Yossip, my mate,
81% game time. Scott Lycett, 81%. McCluggage, 81%. Jan Houston, 82%.
Luke Ryan or Laird? I like Laird, and I don't like the fact that Ryan had soreness like a week ago. Thoughts on Crisp? More for AFL fantasy, personally. Jonathan Brown kept saying Crisp is going to play more midfield time. He's the only person I've heard that from. Do we know anything about that?
Is it even good for him? Like, is he actually going to...
I don't know. I don't want to pick him though. Is there anything wrong with having Tim Kelly, Elliot Yeo, and Andrew Gaff? Yes, there is. None of them are that great picks. I like Yeo as an upgrade target. Gaff is too much outside, and Tim Kelly is not a super coach. Uber premium. Fife, Bont, or Kelly? That's such a hard question. I have to say Kelly because I've got him. But it makes sense for Fife and the Bont. I don't know, I can't answer that. I would probably go Bont actually. Which would make sense because I don't have Bont.
Theo's got a question, so I'll get him in.
He's going to put his WOG voice on?
I think so.
Oh god, okay, get him in.
Okay.
Theo, what's good?
Hello, can you hear me?
Gotcha.
Yep, fire away. Theo.
Yeah, mate.
Okay, get him out. Come back when you're ready. Come back when you're ready, Theo. Laird or Houston? Houston because of the money, but Laird's a bit safer. thoughts on Luke? I already said only if it fits the structure and there's no other rookies. Probably you shouldn't though. Oh, he's so talented. You could see it working though. Need the cash. Would it be better going Naismith or going English? If you really need the cash, probably Naismith. It's like turning a 400k forward into a premium midfielder. Nick now or English. Are you selecting Clive Rose again? No. Clive Rose or Dustin?
Why do you read
no.
that? Why didn't you read that?
I've read literally everything. I saw Davey. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that because then he's gonna go off topic.
I think Theo's ready now.
Yeah, get him in.
This is like a radio thing.
It's nothing.
Back on the line, mate. We got you back on the line.
Welcome back. Oh, sorry, I accidentally
your
kicked
mic's still
Anna.
fucked.
Theo,
Oh, there you go. Can you hear me?
yes. Also, plug your Instagram, Facebook page
Oh, Supercoach Royalty. Yeah.
Hey.
on
New
Instagram.
podcast today, but you know. That does.
Good stuff. Go ahead, Theo.
So I was talking about why don't you own Petrarca at F2, George? Is there any reason for that?
A little bit of trust issues with him. And again, I think he's not guaranteed to play the whole season a lot in the midfield because I just see Brayshaw, Viney, Oliver as very inflexible players. Brayshaw can play on a wing, but he's terrible there. And here's the thing. We saw what he did in the first Marsh game. He did that against the Crows. And I've already explained how pathetic the Crows are defensively in that midfield. But he looks good. All the signs are pointing towards a breakout. And he's definitely getting more mid-time. And the new rules do help him, as Davey said. So I think the only reason is just a little bit of trust issues. Just, yeah, that second March game put a bit of doubt in my mind. But it's a very small sample we're working with. So are you definitely picking Petrarca, Theo?
Well, no, I can't fit him in because I got Whitfield and Gorn, but
yeah,
I'd love to have him.
I've got Petrarca, hasn't moved. I think he's a really strong pick.
I'm the same. I've got him.
Same. Agreed.
Petrarca and Smith are my first two picked forwards at the moment, and then I'm really struggling with what the other three should be. It's like some combination of Martin, Whitfield, and the remaining mid prices, whether it's like Greenwood, Brayshaw, whoever. It was Stephen, but now I'm really unsure as to who that replacement is.
Lynch.
Yeah, Segler.
Lynch could be okay, yeah.
Like, I have to run Segler because I have Naismith, I feel. And I actually like him as a pick anyway. And I've committed to Lynch. And then I can't afford going Brayshaw to Petrarca, so... And I don't even like Brayshaw that much, just... I split Whitfield into two mid-prices.
Yeah. I reckon Brayshaw will be okay.
I just feel him... I think Brayshaw, like, best case, he just gets a pass, which is enough for me at his price. 380 is nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
But
think...
if you get more upside out of Lynch at the same price, then you'd be crazy not to.
Can get... I know our team's pretty similar, George, but if you go... You really want Robertson, though, don't you?
No.
Well, to get the Brayshaw up to Petrarca, you can go Robertson down to Young, if he's named.
I'd rather Robertson than Young.
Yeah, I know that's your view, so that's why.
I would have gotten rid of Segler for Petrarca, but...
I actually have the money. Well, it depends if Starcevic is playing or not, which doesn't seem likely now.
You've got 50k now, so...
I don't want to make too many changes.
Actually not far with that 50k to get Brayshaw to track.
That Starcevic, if he's out, that kind of throws my defence off if I want to make changes there.
I got an update on the Starcevic situation from Itchy. He replied to someone in stream.
Yep.
His words were, "I don't know if Starcevic is in the team. Why don't you go and check the teams before you ask me?" Yeah.
Well, they're not
didn't-
out.
He wasn't too happy with the guy who asks that. But then he said he can't do the podcast either because he's been texted just then and told not to do any media shit.
Jeez, he's real open.
Don't worry, we're only 150 people watching. Okay, we can. Thank you, Theo. Theo's
Wait, I got one more question.
okay.
Lastly, so what's the deal with this new Freo forward?
Sturt.
What's his name? No.
Who?
Not Sturt.
No, Carlton Clements.
Get out. I don't know. That's Luigi, not Theo. Okay, I'm just not gonna read out those questions anymore. Parrish versus Petrarca versus Greenwood. Probably Petrarca. I really like Parrish, but I've been thrown off by his forward time. And we've already spoken about Hugh Greenwood. Just uncertain.
I'm not sure if you saw it, George, but at the Captain's Day, Heppel was talking up Parrish as someone that was going to have a big year. So, I mean, I know that
I'm not
Captain's
doubting
are
that.
terrible at picking super coach. But
Yeah.
just one of those things that gives you a little bit of optimism after what we saw in March 2, which was less
Impressive.
than bounce attendance more time forward.
Do you have Parrish right now, Davey?
I do. I actually just posted my team in
We
Rate
know
My
my
Team, if you want to have a
Yeah,
look.
sure. So yeah, if you want to get involved in the community, post your team, ask a question, join the Discord. It's lots of fun here. Stupid Theo, wanker.
Someone was always going to do something with it.
That was pretty funny. Dude. Okay, we got Davies' team up. I don't know how to zoom in. Nope, it's not working. Oh, hang on.
Scroll.
Okay, we got it. Defense looks fine. I think it's the same. Noble on the bench by accident, probably.
Yep.
Midfield looks good. We got a pretty similar we got the same structure. Oh, you've got Naismith. Cool.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you've
still
just-
not 100% sure, but
So
I think the values.
So you've dipped on.
extra trades.
You've gone McRae to Oliver, is that right?
Yeah,
And then that gets you Parrish and Petrarca.
and Robertson. Do you have Robertson?
Yep.
Yeah.
This
So
is
who
a
have you
great
got
team.
instead of Passion Petrarca at the moment?
I got Lynch and Segler.
Oh, I've got Segler there as well.
Oh, I got Lynch and Brayshaw then.
Lynch and Brayshaw rather than Parrish and Petrarca. Yeah, are you,
Your
how,
plays are definitely better. Parrish and Petrarca are better.
How sold are you on Brayshaw? I just can't pick him. I don't know why.
You know, I just kind of threw him in because I needed an extra. I needed an extra player that was cheap, just because I wanted to upgrade the team faster, and because of the new rules, right?
Yeah.
You know, if Brayshaw goes 92, that's fine. Shorter season now.
Yeah.
And like he's the sidekick to Fife. Like Petrarca's not the sidekick to Oliver. There's a bunch of them that are together. But Brayshaw's like the main number 2 now. I suppose when Mundy comes back.
How worried are you that the scoring's not going to be there for Brayshaw once they start getting beaten up in the regular season?
A little bit. Maybe we can try and get him to someone else. I don't know what to do though. I have to do this before I go to sleep tonight.
I think I'm going to sit on it tomorrow because I actually really like Steven as a choice. Like, I knew the injury risk was there, but just like the cheap price meant it felt a little bit safer. But then, and like you just knew that if he played games, he'd score well. But none of these other players, like Parrish, Brayshaw, or anyone else, like I'm like 80% at best. And it's just like if you miss and everyone else hits, it just feels so bad.
Someone says Adams was reported ready to play round 1. So we'll find that out tomorrow.
Are you planning on going live again when teams are dropped, or are you going into the bunker?
I don't know, maybe. This is cool, like, even if 0 people watch, I just like talking about it, so... getting heaps of people's opinion. That's the beauty of the Discord. Like, it's just kind of worked itself out. We can try and get another question in from somebody.
I'll go jump in, see if anyone's got one.
Napple.
Just while we wait, for Haitley to be a pass mark, what do you think he would have to get to in terms of price and average? Because I've still got him M5, and I'm confident in
90 and 450.
90 and 450.
Deji's got one.
Get him in.
You know, I think it's a pretty good chance as well, right? As long as he hasn't fallen behind Green. He showed last year that 90 is in his wheelhouse, as long as he gets the role. So I think there's a pretty good chance that he gets there.
Deji, what's good?
Yeah, what's up?
Big
So
Deji.
a question just in value picks. So
Yeah.
are there any like players like before the rule changes that you weren't considering but considering now due to the rule changes, or any value picks? Well, were considering.
Probably Brayshaw. I think they would get Brayshaw on the ground more.
Yeah.
I don't love Brayshaw, but I just think his price is so good. What do you
Nick
boys
Nat
think?
or not?
Nick Nat? No, I don't like Nick Nat's injury risk. I hate it. It's too much.
Do you think Titch is a value pick?
I'm not sure of value pick. I don't
Yeah,
think he's going to go
what's the point of
130.
that?
You know what's going to be weird? Next year, everyone's going to be inflated.
Oh yeah, the flow effects are so interesting.
Maybe they'll be kind to us next year with the magic number or whatever.
I think we'll get some good players coming through.
Any value picks you guys like because of the new rules?
I guess the one changer I was already considering, but now seems a lot more likely is Naismith.
Yeah.
I just think you can build such a good team with Naismith in your team. You just get rid of a lot of rookies, get heaps of mid prices.
I think there's a lot of rookie traps this year, and having Naismith there, although he might be a trap if he goes down early, you just eliminate one more rookie risk. I really like that.
If I were to pick Naismith, I don't know, man. I feel like I'd get the same amount of money, almost, by going Whitfield down to someone and then changing up my M5 even.
But it's also on-field points, though. It's more important this year.
That's the thing. Like,
I
I
just
don't know
remember-
what I would want Naismith to do. Like 400k, 350k.
I think he gets to high 300s.
Yeah, I think he can hit 400. I think he can get 85 average.
Yeah.
I think the other thing to remember as well is, right, we've got extra trades this year because we won't need 5 more rounds worth of injury trades. So I think you can take a couple more risky picks. And if you have to be a little bit aggressive in rounds 1 and 2 to fix that up, it's okay. Like, it's still not ideal, but I think loading up on some of those more injury-prone plays if you're going for overall is better now than what it was when it was 22 rounds.
I've got a question for Eno. What's your thoughts on your man Jaden Short?
I love Shorty, but I don't think we can start him. Unless Basher was confirmed out for ages, yeah.
So Basher's out for the season, you 100% pick him.
Yes.
He killed it in March.
Yes!
350 is good price.
So cheap, and he's shown he can score 90 plus
He looks
when he
good
takes
off
kickouts. And no, he's a jet. It's just Basher gets too much of the pill.
When's Basher coming back?
I don't know. It's they haven't said yet.
4 to
but
6 maybe. I don't know.
Do you think with Basher's injury, they won't rely on him as much for the kick-ins, and they might go to Short a little bit more, just to lessen?
He scored well with Basher in the side in the first marsh.
I'll check that out.
No, the second one. Sorry.
Did
One of
Basher
them.
not play there? No, it would have been the first because it was a stake.
Yeah, so second. He did alright, Shorty.
Check it out.
I think it was like a... Yeah, no, he just... Basher gets too much of the pill when exiting. You know, he's a little seagull, so
Hawley scored 35 with
84%.
Short.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Short scoring 73 from 85%. So
Yeah,
Short impacted Hawley more. I don't know what went on there.
I think just Hawley had a off
can-
day, but
We can play
Yeah.
through some questions.
Yep.
Mitch Wallace, no, looks like he trained with the forwards this year.
Ugh.
Tyler Brown, well, see if he's named alongside Adams. Tyler Brown, I would avoid if you can. He's mature age, so he can be good, but it's just we don't know if he's going to hold his spot. It's like the news is pretty fresh on him, so I need to dig into that a bit more. Hopefully I can come up with something tomorrow. Jack Steven, no. Less time means less kick-ins. It means less everything else. Surely you have to start Gorn now. Well, no. If you see the value in other picks that can make money, it depends who you're pairing Gorn with. McPherson we've touched on. I'm not a fan. You guys aren't considering McPherson, yeah?
No.
Good.
No, I'm still not really considering him.
Just not enough body of work. Just played 2 bad teams. Not plays for Gold Coast.
I think
not the
he's a
role.
gun, got the tools. It's just the team, so it's going to be inconsistent.
And I
English.
think his centre bounces were limited in both Marsh games, and I worry about the volatility of his scoring if he doesn't get more.
It wasn't limited. There was none. I think he played exclusively wing. All right,
They
and
didn't-
that's super risky,
Yeah.
especially
In
for
2
a team
wins.
that.
Okay,
Like, how
Naples.
much contested ball do you expect Gold Coast to be getting first use of in real season? That's just
How many wins, really?
Do you think they finish with Spoon?
I actually don't think they do, but
Yes,
it's not going to be like a monumental increase in wins. But
I think they
Yeah,
can
I don't
finish
think-
Wooden Spoon still, but with more games added to the
like
tab.
more wins. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we got
Well,
enough talk on Gold Coast. We got Napple. One question, please,
Yeah.
Napple.
Alright. If running long cash, would you remove Segler, Tom Lynch, Brayshaw, or Dev Smith?
Brayshaw. You
Alright.
boys agree? Segler, Lynch, or Brayshaw, or Dev? No, you don't get rid of Dev. Segler, Lynch, or Brayshaw?
Definitely Brayshaw.
I mean,
Cannot
I
believe.
assume you're running a second ruck that isn't gone. Otherwise, it'd be Segler.
good
Or
point.
maybe
Yeah,
Brayshaw.
Brayshaw.
Brayshaw or Segler if you're running good.
I think the new rules actually help rucks because they need rucks on the field more. Because like when your number 1 ruck is out, that's like a chance for your opponent to capitalize on stoppages.
Alright.
All right, thanks, Napple.
Alright. Wait. I have a
No,
meme
I said
question.
one.
I have a meme.
What?
One. He's had 4 questions.
I think he said, "I have a meme question," and that's even less likely to stick around.
Yeah, like okay, yeah, mate.
Diamond, you're in. Do you want to say anything, Diamond?
Big Dimo.
He's in. He'll maybe he'll leave.
What are your thoughts on Segler, I guess?
Oh, I do like Segler. I mean, I think his 5-game sample was pretty good. He played well. He can score multiple ways. He can win a few clearances. Not the most high possession guy. I like him. I think he works really hard off the ball, which really impressed me. That was one of the main selling points. So he's probably waited his whole life. He's like 28 now. He's probably waited his whole life to play number 1 ruck. And someone on Big Footy, I know Big Footy, said that he's guaranteed to play ruck. So for how long, I don't know, but I think he'll get an extended run at it. And I need him with Naismith. So that is my thoughts on Johnny Segler. And his best bloke at the club, apparently.
It's big footy take.
Sounds good.
Love it.
You can stay if you want, Diamond. Or go, whatever you want. Kerno, Walsh, or Steele? Walsh.
Walsh.
Jack Steele could work, but I just think he's too good of a tagger not to be used as that sometimes. Girls are getting 10 touches and 5 tackles and scoring 130. Okay.
That's actually a good point.
I looked into it before.
They don't get high numbers though, do they? Possessions.
Didn't someone get like 250 in AFLW?
I saw that on TV. It was me that saw that.
Oh.
They had the
What's that,
ranking
like,
points down the
ranking
bottom.
points?
Yeah.
Isn't somebody from Collingwood averaging like nearly 200? Or 180 or something?
I wish I could find all this shit out easily.
I remember
But
seeing it. Like the one that's going to win the women's Brownlow. Danger or Oliver? Probably Oliver. Petrarca, McPherson, Parrish. Petrarca for me. I like Parrish, but just don't think he has the role. Thoughts on McLuggage? I think he's more relevant now, but I would rather pick the big dogs. What about Jack Stephen? No. Caleb Law? No. Caleb Lawley's a Discord user.
Big 100.
Should probably read before I say something.
You're funny, George. You're funny.
Segler or Lynch? I don't know. Lynch. I like both. Have both. What do you boys think of Viney? Never averaged above 80. Never averaged above 98. I think. 23 contested possessions on the weekend against. Who'd they play? Hawthorn.
Yeah. He's probably unders for what he can do.
Yeah.
I reckon, but is that worth it or enough? You know.
For me, I'm getting huge Brayshaw 2018 preseason vibes. I think Brayshaw scored like 130 in both preseason games for the 2019 season. I jumped on him, and then he averaged like below 80 or whatever the fuck it was. I have the same vibes with Viney, and I don't like the pick.
I would never pick him.
Yeah,
I think it could work, but he's not
if you want to go a risk, maybe Viney's the man for it. But yeah,
we don't need the top 8 mids this year, so he could be your M8 and he'll pay off in the first half of the season because he's so cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, going on, there's nothing to suggest he'll go over 100. He might, but if he does, it will be just over 100. And there's the injury risk as well.
I think the big thing with his injury risk, I watched every episode of To Hell and Back, the Demons preseason documentary, and in that, now I don't like going into these little things, but he pretty much said that he was surfing for the first time in 2 years because he was fully over his foot issues. So, I don't know. I wouldn't look too far into it.
Hopefully those injuries can kind of come back if he he's going to run probably 12 Ks a game now. Yeah.
And like we saw with Vandenberg, it can be the littlest, the tiniest thing, like a bruised foot, and it just derails that whole no injury affected preseason bullshit.
Have we been streaming for nearly 2 hours, I feel?
1 hour 30.
Are people still watching?
Yeah. 166, far out.
166 or 66?
166.
Okay, we're going up. Great. Thank you for watching.
I posted the AFLW Supercoach scores.
Hello.
Okay.
Last few questions.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry?
One of them averaged 231.6.
I'll be back in a second.
What?
And she averaged 198 the previous season.
What the fuck?
So do you know what I think it may be? It's like game winners matter a lot more because there's less game time and scaling happens so much more.
Thank
right?
you for
If you've
this,
got
Diamond.
if you've got Walters kicking like 4 or 5 game-winning goals again in a season, then he's gonna like score ridiculously, right? He's gonna average like 120 because he's gonna get scaled so much. So maybe players like that, like Dangerfield, Dusty, that
Five
the turn up
even.
in clutch. Like those ones maybe are going to benefit a little bit more because the
Bond.
scaling is going to work with how they play. Yeah, Bond. Yeah. Oh man, don't say Bond.
Dude, how fun is this
you actually
season
said
going to
that.
be? We might have Bond average like 150.
Legit.
What is going to happen? Oh my god.
We could actually
Do we
have
go 6 primo mid or is that stupid?
I don't know if it is, if that's what's going to happen.
Oh, I mean, I don't hate it because it means you're getting 6 uber premiums,
It
and
is
then
like
maybe
a-
you're cutting 2 mid-priced forwards. So you're getting 2 extra uber premiums over 2 mid-prices. I like it, but I don't know.
I see like a fan footy team thing of an AFLW game to understand.
I was
But-
looking at it before. I think with
Do
the
they-
less rounds, we get 10 extra trades too. 10 or 12.
Yeah, you've still got to get 22 primos though, so
Yeah, it's not so much you get 10 extra trades, right? It's because you would have used the same amount of trades to get a full premium team. It's just that you have 5 less rounds to cover for injuries, and usually that's like another 2 or 3 trades. So I think it's more like 2 or 3 is like the true benefit rather than 10.
Have you guys seen this this woman's article, AFLW article that Diamond posted? So a Crows player is averaging 170 and a Collingwood player is averaging 187. There's a Dockers playing averaging 230.
What the fuck? Hang on, I've got to look into this.
Wait, I think there's a couple other things going on.
Is this
here,
because
right?
they get
Like,
low possessions, or do they
No.
have 18 on the
No.
field or 16?
Yeah, less players on the field,
Yeah.
and then they have, I think, like larger benches as well. So if you have like your star playing like 90% game time with less people on the field, and then more trashy players on your bench.
still to get. Did they get it to 3,300 still? I imagine.
Yeah.
Kiara Turbo
Wow.
Bowers averaging a whopping 231 points in 2 games. So
Okay, that's
yeah,
up
that's
to
a
2
lot
games.
less
but yeah.
games.
Yeah, well, I think this article's old, but I wonder what she's averaging now.
Yeah, how old is this?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
February.
month old. Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is obviously just going straight fucking copy paste the players into the Supercoach format, and they're not really making any edits to it. So yeah, the scaling's just ridiculous.
Okay, we can go through some more questions. Warple, no.
There you go.
James Warple, no. Don't pick him. Thoughts on Tyler? I think that means Tyler Brown. We don't know. If he gets picked with Adams, so we need like a Collingwood supporter's perspective on this. Maybe ask Kaz. Oh, he doesn't even watch footy, does he? Too busy mowing lawns.
To the
And
big
trolling.
it is.
Nick Nat's price per minute is good. Samuel Heineman, but I just don't like him because of his injury proneness. But yeah, he's gonna score pretty well. How do I join the Discord? Check Twitter and go to my page. There's a link in here somewhere, or go to any of my YouTube videos besides my last one, and it's in the comments. Trust everything John O'Brien says. Probably not. But we love John
Man, it's
O'Brien.
got too many concussions.
You know, he's improved out of sight. I don't know if he had somebody in his ear about his Supercoach team, but it actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't like Montagna with Cunnington and...
Oh, jeez. Joey disappointed me then.
Choosing
Yeah.
Gorn over Grundy, not starting Grundy because he's 10k less, or not even.
But that's the thing,
That
he doesn't
was
have the
crazy.
Supercoach perspective. He's a commentator.
Well, he said he's always played Supercoach, apparently. I don't know how true that statement is.
Sure he has. He used to be good.
Dude, he was such a good player. Yeah. I had him, I reckon, AFL dream team
Massive
back in the
Sega.
day. Would you hold or train Stevens? It's Steven, and get rid of him. Argument between English, Naismith, and Nank. I have a video on this. I didn't include Nick Nat. Oh, I know Naismith is clearly the worst out of English, Naismith and Nick Nat, but his price just makes my team look so much better. Darcy McPherson as a forward, I think we all think he's too risky. Thoughts on Leicester as a pod? Is he even playing anymore?
What?
Is it Ryan Lester?
You're getting baited there, surely.
Probably not, dude.
330k, why would you think he's a pod?
I don't know. I don't know anything about him, so I
Check
know
with
he's
the fan.
commentating, but I've heard nothing. Can you start the 3 Bulldogs mids? Yes. I don't know if you should, though. I mean, yeah, you can. Why do you need Seller with Naismith? It's just really nice to have in case Naismith goes down. I mean, you don't actually have to. Do you have to have Segler with Naismith? It's just nice to have.
It'd be ballsy to not.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do have to, but I can't find a better alternative to Segler at the moment, which is why he's still sitting there.
Because if Naismith goes down, where do you go? You have to swing somebody. You have to swing Bailey Williams, who has just had a coming off a minor hamstring. Yeah, Jacobs is 100k more. So do you have that money? It might cost you 2 trades, and you don't want that. That's why we have Segler.
Do you sit Segler at R2 for a little bit?
Yep.
And then, figure out what you do after that.
Some of these questions, I just highlighted one by accident. It's something
All right,
question. Would ask.
Question, Eno, you're studying Gorn, right?
Yep.
So Gorn goes down the first 2 rounds. What do you do? Like, who are you going to?
No speaker.
Yeah, or Rob maybe if he started alright.
Big
We can't completely write Rob off.
Big
Yeah, that's
Napple
fair.
posted in the live stream questions. I'm assuming something from Big Footy, but it says Brown will keep his spot if he's putting up okay numbers. When either Adams or Treloar come back, he's a goner, depending on the way the likes of Noble and Hoskin Elliott play. I don't think Noble.
What has Noble got to do with that?
Yeah. What
I think that guy that was him. I think he's something he said. Not sure.
I'm not gonna listen to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brayshaw, Lynch, right guys? Lynch,
yeah.
Hey, yep.
I'd probably say Brayshaw, but
I've
There
just
he is.
skipped through 20 questions.
I'm gonna check Big Footy for more Collingwood shit.
BZT or Noble? Probably Noble. Buck seems to
Okay.
like him. Better role for Supercoach scoring. No way El Kocius will average near Brayshaw. Probably.
Wait.
Did that?
So I have gone in the... This is Fletcher Daniel. I have gone in the ruck but heavily considering Naismith. Just wondering how we can make that massive upgrade with a small array of rookies. Well, we have a small array of rookies now, but we might see more come in. So I think we'll be fine doing that. Will Snelling, nope. Didn't get many centre bounces. Doherty and Brayshaw or Whitfield and Lukosius. Well, I got rid of... I would have to say Doherty and Brayshaw because I traded Whitfield and Lukosius for Brayshaw and Houston. Is 4 mid premiums enough? What do you boys reckon?
I think it can work. That's what I'm running now with Haitley M5.
I think
Just
it can
all
work, but you'd
depends.
want Gorn.
Yeah, I've got Gorn in that too. It just depends how you spread the rest of that cash that you have from that one less midfielder.
I think you need 5 with the possible of those inflated scores. I know we're not certain what's going to happen, but I'd want 5.
I feel like I'm gonna change this entire team come like the first game. Honestly.
you could do Haitley M5 as well.
Yeah. I'm really big on Haitley M5. It just depends what his job security is like.
I think he'll play. Robertson or Bailey J. Williams as a rookie?
That Brisbane rookie.
Yep.
Bailey Williams for me.
Yeah, Bailey.
I'm not sure. But
If
yeah,
both named, I'm taking Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I like Robertson though, he's a good kid it seems. Adam Chera, probably not.
Nah. I haven't seen enough from him. And I think even in the Marsh games where he did rotate through the midfield, if he did at all, I don't think he had any big scores. Let me check it.
He scored like 89, I think.
89.
71.
Actually, 89 from 67% TOG. That's not too bad.
Who would you replace Lockie Ash with if he's not playing? If you have him in the defence, it's Noble or Zerk Thatcher, so whichever. Connor Rosie, probably going to play a bit too much forward. Titch, yes or no? We all think Titch is a fine pick, or anyone think not?
Yeah, I think he's way better now than like a week ago.
Griff,
I
ask a
think-
question.
I always thought he was a fine pick.
Is scoring getting changed at all, or is it just the minutes getting changed? What are the official changes? Well, the official changes are one, rookies
Players.
rookies make money earlier after 2 rounds instead of 3, and then scoring getting changed. Not that it seems like. I wouldn't think so. Just players will get scaled up a bit more. Yeah, just looks like the minutes are changing right now, and then they might extend the benches at some point.
Potentially, if rookies go bad, it might mean they don't increase a lot or like as much as they would have in the 3-week version.
If they have an absolute stinker, then they're in a bit of trouble.
I think they said it's still sort of like a 3-round rolling. I don't know how they're going to do it.
There'll be a post on it tomorrow, I'm sure.
Bloody well.
Yeah.
So they've had their heads in the sand about this shit.
It's something to think about, though.
Well, they haven't. They didn't know what to do. They're waiting on the AFL, so
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
now they know they can.
You can contingency plan though, based on like what
Sure
they're
they
getting
have.
around the office. But like, I guess I didn't pay too much attention to this like price changes after 2 rounds rather than 3. The player that I think it maybe affects more is whoever was playing GWS round 2. Was that Oliver or was it it was Oliver,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and so like this is one of those things where like I wasn't too worried about starting Oliver because you have to play the tag at some point in the year, and if it's round 2, it kind of rolls out before you're upgrading anyway. But now with like that price change coming in earlier and rookies rising earlier, maybe it does matter now.
I'm gonna play Pokemon 1 round. You guys keep talking. Just for Sammy. I'll go through. I'll play through some questions. Try to get through all of them, and I haven't had dinner, so. Which team
Should bring Sammy on.
My team's all terrible. We'll do this one. Okay. Mitchell over Fife if you want. Should we drop a league code? Is it you, Anna? Do you have the spare league code?
Yeah, might as well. Hey.
Yeah, do it.
I was gonna tweet it out, but in the stream.
Read it out.
Where are we? Got every spot available too, so it's only me in it at the moment. Alrighty, guys. If you want this league code, you better get ready.
That's a bad start.
Shorts.
Sorry, go on.
615-807. Let's see how quick this fills up. 615-807.
Beautiful. Okay,
I like how Zinger hopped in.
As in it?
Thoughts on Taranto? Taranto's injured. Petrarca or Doherty? Probably Doherty, because he's high ownership.
You can stay in everything.
Doherty or Houston? Probably Doherty because of his price.
Full. Jesus.
Jeez. There we go. Wonder how many.
I got crit. This game is stupid. Thoughts on Sam Sturt? I don't love it.
Blitz got in. Jeez.
Are you using your own deck there, Jords, or just
Yeah,
random?
I'm getting creamed. Yeah, you just make your own team and then you just queue up for a game. Instead of playing the game and getting to level 100, which takes like 100 hours, you just make level 100s and play in 5 minutes. Riley O'Brien. I didn't like O'Brien's form in the Marsh, but he could be fine. Is Zach Williams playing round 1? It's looking more likely that he is.
I think I saw
BZT
something saying he might not be again. That it's not
Um,
certain anymore.
Brody Smith or Houston? I think we like Houston.
I think they're both playing
Both
in,
are right.
so they're both pretty good.
Both the same price too. Probably equal picks, I'd say.
I'd say maybe Houston has a bit more job security because they've been pretty adamant on him playing mid.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard much about Smith, but they're both pretty good.
Yeah. Fletcher Daniel says, what happened to Gould? So he played Marsh 1 and then was randomly omitted from Marsh 2, and there has been no talk about him at all. I don't even think Horse said a reason for him being taken out. So that's the situation with him. I think maybe leave him on your bench, depending on what your structure looks like, but yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up pretty soon. Are you picking Whitfield? Probably not. He's just the one that I had to cut out of the 600k mids. Ben Long, 280k forward, but playing back flank. Probably a bit too expensive. But I don't think it's the worst thing. Someone said the other day, I think it was Rowan Marshall, saying he's just raking it up all preseason off off the halfback. So it's probably at best he breaks even for his price, probably.
I think if we'd seen some high ceiling in preseason, Ben Long would be a pick I'd be more interested in.
Yeah, get your last questions in.
Hey, so just a thought, right? I've been thinking about this AFLW scoring, right? If we're seeing mids in that score, like high 100s into 200s, game-winning players, like should we be more seriously considering starting an M6 because that's what all the points are going to be, and we just like take more of a gamble with rookies and mid prices in back and forward?
Yeah, it's a good point. I still don't have a lot of faith in the. I think if you wanted to field more rookies, it would be in defense. Like I think you could actually field Starcevic and probably Williams as well. Like they're not the worst field options.
If Williams plays, I think he's a really good on-field start.
Yeah, with a
just
half
because
ruck
he's going
roll.
to be rucking. Yeah.
Definitely.
Very hopeful he plays.
What happened to Gould? Who knows? He got horsed. Is it too risky to have Georgiades, Rankin, and Taylor on field? I wouldn't run that on. That Georgiades for a start's not a good pick, and Rankin and Taylor.
You got to run 4 forwards at the very least.
I'm running 5, but yeah, at least 4 in my opinion.
Exactly.
Where is Aiden Bonner? Bonner? I don't know. Don't care. He's probably not going to play. Is Tim English the next best choice out of Grundy and Gawn? There's no point going for Goldstein at his price, so probably English, looking the most likely. Best defender in the 300 to 400k range. I don't know.
If you ask Steno, it's probably Jaden Short.
I was going to say that, but he's just not, unless Willie's out for a while.
I'm just going to have a quick look. I don't like any of the options in that price bracket.
Who else is even in there?
I haven't seen many people talk about Nathan Jones, but he scored okay in the March
One game, I think he did when he kicked a few goals. I don't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't call him a good option though. Maybe if you're doing a draft league, then
yeah, definitely draft, but that's it.
There's no one. I just had a quick look. There's no one in this price range that gives me any confidence. Actually, Bailey Williams from the Dogs apparently had a big preseason, and Bont gave him a shout out.
Oh.
Yeah. So yes, probably Bailey Williams from the Dogs, but probably better off going Robertson. But he would be my best in that bracket, and he's only 300.
I'll check him out. I haven't actually read much.
But yeah, I haven't. But I think Bont said he's consolidated himself in the best 22. And Bailey Williams from the Dogs, he's actually a midfielder, but if you play for the Dogs and you're not a superstar, you're not a midfielder. So, what are the thoughts on no Whitfield, Hayden? I think it's fine. It's just like we have to give up somewhere. So, okay, we're gonna ask any last questions? I'm gassed. I have an early one tonight.
Just came for footy, boys. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Ledoux. Something to watch.
Oh, should we have an over or under on how many times BT mentions no crowd or coronavirus?
BT is gone, mate. He's
BT's
overseas,
stuck in America.
isolated, mate.
Oh, okay, wow.
He can't get home.
Well, whoever it is, then, right? Like,
Big shush,
Absolutely
respect
Eagling's
Eagling.
got a question.
Hey Eagling, what's up?
Hey George.
What's going on?
Yeah, so you mentioned a couple of seconds ago that if he's picked, Bailey J. Williams would probably be a good pick.
Yeah, just because
sorry,
he's rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. With defensive rookies looking really, really shaky right now, we're not getting Watson. Zerk Thatcher, some are saying might not play past like 2 or 3 rounds. And the wisdom is usually if you've got a rookie ruck playing, you pick them. Can we go? And I hate myself for even thinking.
Hang on, are you gonna say Bailey Williams R2?
R2, yeah, he is.
Naismith, Bailey Williams, and spend everywhere else.
You'd have to have Segler, right?
Yeah, Segler at F3, and then we put in, let's say, Combat at R3, or even Zeri if Zeri gets.
I actually don't hate it.
Did you just say
Posted
Naismith
teams like
and
that.
Bailey J. Williams, R1
Sorry?
and R2?
Yeah, Naismith R1. Like
The reason the reason why I say no to that is because Grundy's our go-to captain.
Yeah.
Although, dude, with the midfielders this year, it could be like take
Could
your
be,
pick.
yeah. Do it, Eagling. Please do it.
Do it,
You gotta
yeah.
do that.
Take one.
You can't say something like that and not do it.
Be the test case.
Seven primo mids and Real. Go.
Oh, mate. I'd love to see
actually,
it.
I was just thinking 5 primo mids. The reason I was picking it was because the defenders look so thin on the ground, and then I could do something like get Devon Smith to F5, and then say Laird to Doherty D1 to D4, and then still have room for Robertson and stuff like that.
Far out.
I definitely don't want to do it, but it's just an idea.
I don't think we're getting the 50k this year. I think there's going to be some sort of issue in the season, and then the Herald Sun will just say, "No, sorry, no 50k this year or whatever."
Nah, they wouldn't do that.
They posted it. As long as
Nah.
the season is completed, there's a prize. But if
Yeah. That's
to
just
think
what-
the season is
They
not
don't.
complete.
They don't want to refund all those $20 thingos.
Oh,
gold.
yeah, true.
So they need to stay afloat. So,
Yeah, I didn't even think about
dude, that is a great question, Eagling. I'm glad we had you on. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think you'll do it?
I seriously doubt it. I missed Grundy last year, and
Oh
I'm
god.
probably just going to go Grundy Gorn and just gamble on the rookies being picked. But I thought it was just, you know how you get when it's like 1 day left, and this is even worse. This year.
You were doing this a month ago, mate. Don't lie.
I think I recall a team with Naismith, or maybe it was Jacobs, R1. And then
I've never picked Jacobs this, so yeah, it wasn't me.
But yeah, I actually don't hate. I don't think I could do it, but I think Bailey Williams R2 could work with Segler.
We would have to be so sure that he's going to play and have good job security.
I think from what we're hearing, I think West Coast, dude, Hickey and Vardy are spuds.
Yeah.
They want to pump games into Williams. That's what we're hearing.
I have considered Grundy, Nicknat, and then Bailey Williams R3 just to link them together, but that's a pretty simple structure anyway. So if it happens, it happens.
Okay, I think I might wrap it up. Blow through a few questions. I actually might go eat. You guys can keep talking if you want.
Keen to wrap it up, boys. I'm going to bed.
Okay, I'll try to get through every question really quickly. Brayshaw, Dev Smith. Oh wait, sorry, Lincoln Beg. Oh, what's up, Lincoln? Good poster on Twitter. Follow him. Short an option, not sure long term though. Yep, agree with that. 5 for Bont. Although 5 with the new rules doesn't have to play as much forward time probably. Brayshaw, Dev Smith. Which forward rookies are good to field? Probably none of them. That's why I'm only fielding one. Most likely is probably Curtis Taylor. But we don't really know. We have no idea what Rankin's going to do, and you wouldn't want to field Max King. He's probably like, it's playing Russian roulette with Max King. 1 in 6 shot of a good score. Is Ash a no? Yes, that's correct. Ash I wouldn't pick. Is Houston a must? No. Do we pick Lockie Ash? No. What's your aim to rank this year? 1. Is Starcevic and Gould both... If Starcevic and Gould both play, who's better? Probably Gould. Gould's ready to play. He's a big boy. He's 98 kilos. This guy's asked Brayshaw off Dev Smith 3 times. Let's go.
Can you just keep
Devin.
saying Dev Smith?
Any more league codes coming out? No. Dunkley or Bont? No, did that league code fill up?
In 20 seconds.
Beautiful. Cripps or Yo, Cripps. Why are you picking Lynch? Full preseason and plays for Richmond. Canelio, not for me. Look at his numbers last year and more forward time.
Injury history too.
English and a mid-pricer at a 4. Yeah. Or going in a rookie. Depends on the rookie, and I hate the forward rookies. Yeah, I wouldn't want a forward rookie at F4. So yeah, go English and mid-pricer. Brayshaw, Petrarca. Lynch VC. Lynch VC, are we doing it? Anna?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm doing it.
That's the thing. That's like,
doing it, man.
it's like, here's the thing.
Cripps
It's
or
like
Dusty?
you can get carried away. It's like using trades in the season. It's like, oh, I got 28 trades left. I'll just use them now. But you don't realize it hurts you till it does. So it's like, using your VC. It's like, oh crap, now I'm behind everyone else if it fails. Having said that,
Just check Grundy back up anyway.
Grundy doesn't like round 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Grundy's still going to be my VC, I think.
We haven't even
Probably
had-
more so
yeah.
than Cripps.
Let me check Grundy's round 1 history.
So
'Cause,
we
I
haven't
mean, he
even had.
85.
Okay, we haven't even had time to not time, but we haven't even thought about captains.
Yeah, I only just started doing like the
Bro, have
history
you
and
seen Grundy's
prediction.
record?
Okay, so last question will be this Josh Walker question, and then I'll go through a few more above that. Bont versus Dunkley, Jez McLennan, no. Also, Jacobs R1, Naismith R2, too risky. Grundy's a captain option. 75k bad bank. Griff, I think it's fine. Ideally spend it though. Need more convincing on Brayshaw. I'm tired. We've spoken about him 5 times. Just think with the new rules, more time on ground and more midfield time. Is more bank good? Not really. I'd have only a little bit just so you can swap rookies over. Thoughts on Josh Walker? No. That'll be it. Toby Green? No. If you want Toby Green. Okay, thank you for everyone for their questions. Very much appreciate you guys and appreciate the community we have on the Discord, especially Enno, helping me out as always. No offense to the rest of you.
Everyone was good. Everyone was good.
You guys, yeah, unbelievable, great community we have. So join the Discord if you want. I'll put the link in quickly.
Just before you end the stream, too, I'll
Yep.
just say one thing about Grundy's round 1 history. So last year he had 81. The year before that, 2018, 95. 2017, 82.
Yeah.
And then 2016, big 0. He didn't even play that round. So,
This is English history though.
yeah, true.
English
Actually,
is a
good
new
point. I'll check
different.
that.
English is a different guy.
Yeah.
Oh, we
And,
got.
but Cripps's last games against the Tigers have been 130 in 2018, 126 in 2019, and 134 in 2019.
You know what? I might just VC Cripps.
Well, hang on, because Grundy had 160 and 170 Bulldogs last
Exactly.
year.
But
Most
it's
games.
English is improved
Okay.
though.
True.
No.
All
I
these
reckon-
variables. I don't know.
I reckon
I don't
the new rules help Cripps as well now, so.
Yeah, I think I'll probably VC Cripps.
Yeah, Cripps VC into Grundy, mate. Grundy's record's crazy against English, but you'd be crazy not to pick him.
Yeah.
No. C option's got to be Kelly.
Okay, I'm gonna head off. You guys can talk about captains for a bit, and I'll just leave the stream running for 5 minutes.
Alright, sweet.
Alright.
I'm going to dip. It's bedtime. Peace, all. Thanks for having me.
Alright.
Peace.
See you, J Dawson.
CJ Davey.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna let you guys talk. You guys can talk in the voice chat. Alright, we're calling it off now.
We had a Bark Sandwich ask Kendrick Lamar or Black Eyed Peas. Gotta go Kendrick. Come on.
Kendrick overrated. Sorry.
Oh, Black Eyed Peas? What are you doing?
Alright, thanks for joining the stream, everyone. We'll do these again. This was fun. And thanks again to everyone who asked questions and helped me get through this. with their support, or they're talking about Supercoach. That's more what I meant to say. I'm going to get off now before I mess up more words.
Go to bed, George.
Thank you, everyone, and I will see